Welcome to Prosperity Foundry, where we delve into the art and science of wealth creation, not as an end in itself, but as a means to enrich our lives and the communities we are a part of. Today, we're embarking on a journey back to the roots, to explore a topic that is both fundamental and transformative: wealth creation, a moral imperative. In a world where wealth is often equated with material abundance, we tend to overlook its deeper significance. Wealth is not just about accumulating money or assets. It's about creating value, fostering innovation, and contributing to the well-being of society. It's about becoming a person who not only prospers individually, but also elevates those around them. This is the essence of our mission here at Prosperity Foundry, to inspire and empower you to become a wealth builder who enriches the world. In this video, we'll unravel the misconceptions surrounding wealth and redefine it as a pursuit of virtue. We'll explore how wealth creation, when approached with the right mindset and values, becomes a moral imperative, a responsibility we all share to contribute positively to society. We'll guide you on how to orient yourself in this journey, providing you with a framework that aligns with your values and aspirations. And finally, we'll delve into the principle of compounding wealth, a powerful concept that can exponentially enhance your ability to create and distribute value. But before we dive into these chapters, let's take a moment to reflect on why this topic is so crucial. In today's fast-paced world, where the pursuit of wealth is often driven by greed and short-term gains, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture. Many are caught in the cycle of chasing after money, without realizing that true wealth lies in the impact we have on others and the legacy we leave behind. Our aim is to shift this narrative, to show you that wealth creation is not just about financial success, but about living a life of purpose and integrity. It's about being a beacon of hope and inspiration, a catalyst for change, and a force for good. It's about understanding that our actions, no matter how small, can create ripples of prosperity that extend far beyond ourselves. Throughout this video, we'll be challenging conventional wisdom and encouraging you to think differently about wealth. We'll be sharing insights and strategies that will help you build a solid foundation for wealth creation, one that is rooted in ethical principles and driven by a desire to make a positive impact. So whether you're an entrepreneur looking to start a business, a professional seeking to advance your career, or someone who simply wants to make a difference in the world, this video is for you. It's an invitation to embark on a journey of self-discovery and growth, to become a wealth builder who not only achieves personal success, but also contributes to the greater good. As we move forward, I encourage you to keep an open mind and heart. Be ready to challenge your assumptions, embrace new ideas, and take actionable steps towards creating a life of prosperity and fulfillment. Remember, wealth creation is not just a destination, but a journey that requires courage, commitment, and a willingness to learn and grow. So let's get started. Join us as we explore the moral imperative of wealth creation and discover how you can become a valuable contributor to the world. Together, let's build a future where prosperity is not just a privilege for the few, but a shared reality for all. Welcome to the first chapter of our exploration into wealth creation, a moral imperative. In this segment, we'll be addressing a common misconception that often clouds our understanding of wealth, namely the belief that wealth is synonymous with the accumulation of resources. This misconception is not only misleading, but also detrimental to our ability to truly prosper and contribute to the world around us. Let's begin by examining the traditional notion of wealth. For many, wealth is often perceived as a measure of one's financial assets, material possessions, or net worth. It's about having more money in the bank, owning luxurious items, and living a life of comfort and ease. This perspective, however, is limited and fails to capture the true essence of what it means to be wealthy. Wealth, in its most profound sense, is not about the mere accumulation of resources. Rather, it's about the generation of value that contributes to the flourishing of humanity. It's about creating something that enhances the lives of others, that brings joy, innovation, and progress. It's about being a force for good, a catalyst for positive change, and a steward of the resources we have been entrusted with. When we focus solely on accumulating resources, we risk falling into a cycle of greed and self-interest. We become consumed by the desire for more, often at the expense of others and the environment. This mindset not only limits our potential for true prosperity, but also undermines the very fabric of society. It breeds inequality, fosters resentment, and stifles innovation. On the other hand, when we shift our focus to generating value, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. We begin to see wealth as a tool for empowerment, a means to uplift those around us and create a better future for all. We recognize that our actions, no matter how small, can have a profound impact on the world. Consider, for example, the entrepreneurs who have revolutionized industries and transformed lives through their innovations. They didn't set out to simply amass wealth for themselves. They sought to solve problems, meet needs, and create value for others. In doing so, they not only achieved financial success, but also left a lasting legacy that continues to benefit society. This is the kind of wealth creation we should aspire to, a form of wealth that is inclusive, sustainable, and aligned with our highest values. It's about being intentional in our pursuits, mindful of the impact we have on others, and committed to making a difference. So how do we begin to redefine wealth in this way? It starts with a shift in mindset. We must move away from the notion that wealth is a zero-sum game, where one person's gain is another's loss. Instead, we must embrace the idea that wealth can be created and shared, that it is abundant and accessible to all who are willing to contribute. We must also recognize that wealth is not limited to financial capital. It encompasses a wide range of assets, including intellectual, social, and spiritual capital. Intellectual capital refers to the knowledge, skills, and creativity we possess, which can be leveraged to generate new ideas and solutions. Social capital involves the relationships and networks we build, which can provide support, opportunities, and collaboration. Spiritual capital, on the other hand, relates to our values, purpose, and sense of meaning, which guide our actions and decisions. By cultivating these forms of capital, we can create a holistic and sustainable form of wealth that enriches not only our own lives, but also the lives of others. We can become wealth builders who are driven by a desire to contribute, to serve, and to make a positive impact. As we continue on this journey, I encourage you to reflect on your own understanding of wealth. Ask yourself, what does wealth mean to me? How can I generate value in my own life and in the lives of others? What steps can I take to align my actions with my values and contribute to the flourishing of humanity? Remember, wealth creation is not just about financial success. It's about living a life of purpose, integrity, and contribution. It's about being a beacon of hope and inspiration, a catalyst for change, and a force for good. It's about understanding that our actions, no matter how small, can create ripples of prosperity that extend far beyond ourselves. So as we move forward, let's challenge the conventional wisdom surrounding wealth and embrace a new paradigm, one that is rooted in the generation of value and the pursuit of virtue. Together, let's build a future where prosperity is not just a privilege for the few, but a shared reality for all. Thank you for joining us on this journey. In the next segment, we'll delve deeper into the idea of wealth creation as a pursuit of virtue, exploring how we can align our actions with our values and contribute to the greater good. Stay tuned, and let's continue to inspire, inform, and empower each other to become true wealth builders. Welcome back to Prosperity Foundry, where we continue our exploration into the moral imperative of wealth creation. In this segment, we're diving into the concept of creating wealth, a pursuit of virtue. This is an idea that challenges us to look beyond the surface of wealth accumulation and instead focus on the deeper, more meaningful pursuit of creating value that serves a higher purpose. At the heart of this pursuit is the understanding that generating wealth should not be an isolated goal. Instead, it must be subordinate to the desire to provide for our families, our communities, our nations, and ultimately, humanity as a whole. This is not just about personal gain. It's about contributing to the greater good and leaving a positive legacy for future generations. Throughout history, many of the benefits we enjoy in the Western world have been the result of individuals who strove to build wealth, but did so with a commitment to a higher calling. They engaged in creation and discovery, driven by a desire to improve the human condition and advance society. These pioneers understood that true prosperity is not measured solely by financial success, but by the impact we have on the world. Consider the innovators and entrepreneurs who have transformed industries and improved countless lives through their work. They didn't merely seek to amass fortunes for themselves. They were guided by a vision to solve problems, meet needs, and create value for others. Their wealth was a byproduct of their dedication to a purpose greater than themselves, a purpose rooted in virtue and the betterment of humanity. This is the kind of wealth creation we should aspire to, a form of wealth that is inclusive, sustainable, and aligned with our highest values. It's about being intentional in our pursuits, mindful of the impact we have on others, and committed to making a difference. It's about recognizing that our actions, no matter how small, can create ripples of prosperity that extend far beyond ourselves. So how do we begin to pursue wealth creation as a virtue? It starts with a shift in mindset. We must move away from the notion that wealth is an end in itself, and instead embrace the idea that it is a means to achieve a higher purpose. This requires us to reflect on our values and align our actions with them. It means asking ourselves, what do we stand for? What kind of legacy do we want to leave behind? How can we use our resources to contribute positively to the world? One of the key principles in this pursuit is the idea of stewardship. As wealth builders, we are entrusted with resources, be it financial, intellectual, or social capital, and it is our responsibility to manage and grow these resources in a way that benefits others. This means being mindful of how we invest our time, energy, and money, and ensuring that our efforts are directed towards creating value and fostering innovation. Stewardship also involves a commitment to ethical practices and integrity. In a world where the pursuit of wealth can often lead to unethical behavior and exploitation, it is crucial that we hold ourselves to the highest standards of honesty and fairness. This means treating others with respect, being transparent in our dealings, and prioritizing the well-being of all stakeholders involved. Another important aspect of pursuing wealth creation as a virtue is the willingness to collaborate and build meaningful relationships. Wealth is not created in isolation. It is the result of collective efforts and shared goals. By working together and leveraging our diverse skills and perspectives, we can achieve far more than we could individually. This requires us to be open to new ideas, embrace diversity, and foster a culture of collaboration and mutual support. Moreover, pursuing wealth creation as a virtue involves a commitment to continuous learning and growth. The world is constantly evolving, and to remain relevant and effective, we must be willing to adapt and expand our knowledge. This means staying curious, seeking out new opportunities for learning, and being open to feedback and self-improvement. By doing so, we not only enhance our own capabilities, but also increase our capacity to contribute to the world. As we embark on this journey of wealth creation as a pursuit of virtue, it is important to remember that the path may not always be easy. There will be challenges and setbacks along the way, and it is during these times that our commitment to our values will be tested. However, it is precisely in these moments that we have the opportunity to demonstrate resilience, courage, and determination. Ultimately, the pursuit of wealth creation as a virtue is about living a life of purpose and integrity. It's about being a beacon of hope and inspiration, a catalyst for change and a force for good. It's about understanding that our actions, no matter how small, can create ripples of prosperity that extend far beyond ourselves. So as we move forward, let's challenge ourselves to think differently about wealth. Let's embrace a new paradigm, one that is rooted in the generation of value and the pursuit of virtue. Together, let's build a future where prosperity is not just a privilege for the few, but a shared reality for all. Thank you for joining us on this journey. In the next segment, we'll explore how to be oriented in wealth building, providing you with practical strategies and insights to align your actions with your values and contribute to the greater good. Stay tuned, and let's continue to inspire, inform, and empower each other to become true wealth builders. Welcome back to Prosperity Foundry, where we continue our exploration into the moral imperative of wealth creation. In this segment, we're diving into how to be oriented in wealth building. This is a crucial step in our journey, as it focuses on cultivating the traits and mindset necessary to become a person who can generate wealth while providing immense value and prosperity to the world. The journey of wealth creation is not just about acquiring financial assets. It's about becoming the kind of person who can make a positive and lasting impact. This requires us to develop certain virtues and characteristics that align with our mission to enrich humanity. So, let's explore these traits and how we can nurture them in our lives. First and foremost, conscientiousness is a key virtue in wealth building. It involves being diligent, organized, and responsible in our pursuits. Conscientious individuals are those who take their commitments seriously, pay attention to detail, and strive for excellence in everything they do. By cultivating conscientiousness, we position ourselves as reliable and trustworthy partners in any endeavor, which is essential for building meaningful relationships and creating value. Hard work is another fundamental trait that cannot be overlooked. While intelligence and creativity are important, there is no substitute for the dedication and perseverance that come from putting in the effort. Hard work is about going the extra mile, pushing through challenges, and consistently showing up even when the going gets tough. It's about having the grit to pursue our goals with determination and resilience. Intelligence, too, plays a significant role in wealth building. However, it's important to note that intelligence is not limited to academic knowledge or technical skills. It encompasses emotional intelligence, which involves understanding and managing our emotions, as well as the emotions of others. Emotional intelligence allows us to navigate complex social dynamics, build strong relationships, and lead with empathy and compassion. A genuine desire for the flourishing of others is a trait that sets true wealth builders apart. This means having a mindset that prioritizes the well-being and success of those around us. It's about recognizing that our prosperity is interconnected with the prosperity of others, and that by lifting others up, we elevate ourselves as well. This trait fosters a culture of collaboration, mutual support, and shared success. Knowledge is another critical component of wealth building. In today's rapidly changing world, staying informed and continuously learning is essential. Knowledge empowers us to make informed decisions, identify opportunities, and innovate in ways that create value. It's about being curious, seeking out new information, and being open to new perspectives. By expanding our knowledge, we enhance our ability to contribute meaningfully to the world. Integrity and honesty are non-negotiable traits for anyone seeking to build wealth ethically. Integrity involves adhering to strong moral and ethical principles, even when it's challenging. It's about being honest in our dealings, transparent in our intentions, and consistent in our actions. Integrity builds trust, and trust is the foundation of any successful relationship or enterprise. When we operate with integrity, we create a reputation that attracts opportunities and fosters long-term success. Developing these traits is not a one-time effort. It's a continuous journey of self-improvement and growth. It requires us to be intentional in our actions and deliberate in our choices. So how can we begin to cultivate these virtues in our lives? One effective way is through self-reflection and mindfulness. Taking the time to reflect on our values, goals, and actions allows us to gain clarity on what truly matters to us. Mindfulness helps us stay present and aware of our thoughts and behaviors, enabling us to make conscious choices that align with our values. By regularly engaging in self-reflection, we can identify areas for improvement and set intentions for personal growth. Setting clear goals and creating a plan of action is another important step. Goals provide direction and motivation, while a well-thought-out plan helps us stay focused and organized. When setting goals, it's important to ensure they are aligned with our values and aspirations. This alignment ensures that our efforts are not only productive, but also meaningful and fulfilling. Surrounding ourselves with a supportive community is also crucial. The people we associate with have a significant influence on our mindset and behavior. By building a network of like-minded individuals who share our values and aspirations, we create an environment that fosters growth and collaboration. This community can provide encouragement, accountability, and valuable insights as we navigate our wealth-building journey. Continuous learning is another essential practice. Whether it's through reading, attending workshops, or engaging in discussions, actively seeking out new knowledge and perspectives keeps us informed and adaptable. It also helps us stay ahead of trends and innovations, allowing us to seize opportunities and make informed decisions. Lastly, embracing a mindset of abundance and gratitude can transform our approach to wealth building. An abundance mindset recognizes that there is enough success and prosperity for everyone, and that collaboration and sharing can lead to greater outcomes. Gratitude, on the other hand, helps us appreciate what we have and focus on the positive aspects of our journey. By cultivating gratitude, we shift our perspective from scarcity and competition to abundance and cooperation. In conclusion, Being oriented in wealth building is about developing the traits and mindset that enable us to create value, contribute to the greater good, and prosper alongside others. It's about becoming a person of integrity, purpose, and impact. As we cultivate these virtues, we not only enhance our ability to generate wealth, but also enrich the lives of those around us. Thank you for joining us on this journey. In the next segment, we'll explore the principle of compounding wealth, a powerful concept that can exponentially enhance your ability to create and distribute value. Stay tuned, and let's continue to inspire, inform, and empower each other to become true wealth builders. Welcome back to Prosperity Foundry, where we continue our exploration into the moral imperative of wealth creation. In this segment, we're diving into a concept that is both profound and transformative, the principle of compounding wealth. This principle is a cornerstone of wealth building, and understanding it can unlock exponential growth in your ability to create and distribute value. The idea of compounding is simple yet powerful. To those who have, more will be given. It's a concept that applies not only to financial wealth, but also to the wealth of knowledge, relationships, and impact. When we engage in the habits and practices that generate wealth, we set in motion a process that can lead to ever-increasing returns over time. This is the magic of compounding. Small, consistent efforts that accumulate and multiply, creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond our initial actions. Let's start by exploring how compounding applies to financial wealth. Imagine you have a small amount of money that you invest wisely. Over time, the returns on that investment generate additional returns, and those returns generate even more returns. This cycle continues, and what started as a modest sum grows into a substantial amount. The key to harnessing this power lies in patience, discipline, and a long-term perspective. By consistently investing and allowing your wealth to grow, you can achieve financial freedom and security. But compounding is not limited to money. It also applies to the habits and behaviors that lead to wealth creation. When we cultivate positive habits, such as continuous learning, diligent work, and ethical practices, we create a foundation that supports ongoing growth and success. These habits reinforce each other, leading to greater opportunities and achievements. Over time, the cumulative effect of these habits can be transformative, enabling us to create a lasting impact on the world. The principle of compounding also extends to our relationships and networks. As we build and nurture meaningful connections, we create a web of support and collaboration that can amplify our efforts. Each interaction, each act of kindness, and each shared experience contributes to the strength and resilience of our network. This interconnectedness allows us to leverage the collective wisdom and resources of our community, leading to greater innovation and progress. Moreover, compounding applies to the impact we have on the world. When we engage in actions that create value and contribute to the greater good, we set in motion a chain reaction of positive change. Each act of generosity, each effort to uplift others, and each contribution to society creates ripples that extend far beyond ourselves. This is the essence of creating a legacy, a lasting influence that continues to benefit humanity long after we are gone. As we harness the power of compounding, it's important to strike a balance between earning and giving. Wealth is not just about accumulating resources for ourselves. It's about using those resources to enrich the lives of others. By sharing our wealth, whether it's financial, intellectual, or social, we create a cycle of abundance that benefits everyone. Those who give more tend to be healthier, happier, and more fulfilled. They create a world where prosperity is not just a privilege for the few, but a shared reality for all. So, how can we leverage the principle of compounding in our own lives? It starts with a commitment to consistent, intentional action. Small steps, taken regularly, can lead to significant results over time. Whether it's setting aside a portion of your income for investment, dedicating time to personal development, or building strong relationships, each action contributes to the compounding effect. It's also important to maintain a long-term perspective. Compounding requires patience and perseverance. The rewards may not be immediate, but with time and dedication, they will come. This means staying focused on your goals, even when faced with challenges or setbacks. It means trusting in the process and believing in the power of incremental progress. Additionally, embracing a mindset of abundance is crucial. An abundance mindset recognizes that there is enough success and prosperity for everyone. It encourages collaboration, sharing, and mutual support. By fostering a culture of abundance, we create an environment where compounding can thrive, leading to greater outcomes for all involved. As we embark on this journey of compounding wealth, it's important to remember that wealth is not just about financial gain. It's about living a life of purpose, integrity, and contribution. It's about being a beacon of hope and inspiration, a catalyst for change, and a force for good. It's about understanding that our actions, no matter how small, can create ripples of prosperity that extend far beyond ourselves. So let's take this journey together. Let's discover how to become wealth builders who not only achieve personal success, but also contribute to the flourishing of humanity. Let's embrace the principle of compounding wealth and use it to continually build things for our families, our communities, our cities, and the world. And let's remember to enjoy the fruits of our labor, whether it's buying a nice car, taking exotic trips, or simply savoring the joy of a life well lived. Thank you for joining us on this journey. As we continue to explore the moral imperative of wealth creation, let's inspire, inform, and empower each other to become true wealth builders. Together, let's build a future where prosperity is not just a privilege for the few, but a shared reality for all.